The empty boat. One day, a man was rowing his boat across a calm river. As he enjoyed the tranquility, he noticed another boat headed straight towards him. Despite his shouting and waving, the boat didn't change course. He became furious. But when the boat collided with his, he noticed it was empty. His anger dissipated as quickly as it had come. He realized that there was no one to blame. He thought, if only I could react this way when others bump into me. The reason a person ramming their boat into us makes us angry, but when an empty boat hits us, it doesn't make us angry, is the word intent. When someone intentionally does something to disrespect us, you feel like your identity has been slighted or they've attacked you personally. The anger is tied exactly to that, feeling like someone has done you wrong. Like when someone bumps into you and you feel angry, but then they say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then all of a sudden it just goes. But once you deeply understand how intent works and how people work, you'll be able to stop getting offended when someone bumps into you or when someone cuts you off in traffic, because you'll be able to think deeper than the average person. The first thing to understand is that unnecessary suffering comes from false assumptions. Don't attribute to malice what can easily be explained by ignorance. We've all wasted a lot of time and thinking in our life assuming that someone is trying to do us wrong. Assuming that someone who cuts you off in traffic is trying to piss you off or get in front of you. Assuming that someone who doesn't pass you the ball in a game is not giving you the ball because they don't like you. Or that a family member is saying something like unkind just to get you down, just to make you feel sad. But something I've realized throughout my life, and the more I think about this concept, is that most people aren't actually trying to do bad by you. Most people are trying their best to be a good person in life. There are very, very few evil, pure evil people walking around trying to make you upset or make you angry. And it's very unlikely that people that you spend time with, like your friends and family and people on the street who don't even know you, are trying to put you down to make you feel sad. Understand that these slights, perceived slights at your identity, are probably coming from a place of ignorance, not actually a place of dislike or distaste. For example, a dog wouldn't hold the door open for you, not because it's trying to offend you, but just because it doesn't really understand that convention, or it's ignorant to the polite thing to do. More often than not, it's actually just our own ego creating an issue with the other person. Now, I know what you might be thinking, some people actually do things that are bad. They're not just perceived bad things. Some people really do bad things that are hurtful to us. But what you have to remember, and the second thing we're going to talk about, is that even ill intent can be accidental or from a place of something that can be explained. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. These people that are doing the bad thing on purpose are the kid who bullies another kid at school, or the bus driver who sees you trying to get the bus but he leaves anyway. These are people that are doing things to put you down or to get to you on purpose. But what you have to realize is that these people were raised a certain way, probably a bad way, and it turned them into a person, and it's not really their choice if you really boil it down to first principles. I always like to explain this concept by saying, anyone that you're cross with, anyone that's done you bad, think about if you were born as that person, raised by their parents, and all the environment was the same, you'd probably just be that person. It's extremely unlikely that these people that are doing you wrong are pure evil, trying to hurt all humankind and take over the world. They're just mistreated, or they had a hard life, or their parents raised them wrong. They say hurt people hurt people. And how can you be mad at someone who was unconsciously created this way? Imagine if you taught a kid that swear words were compliments and they went around swearing at everyone. It's not really their fault. That's how they were taught. That's how they were raised. And whenever you are hurt by someone or mistreated by someone, think about what advantage it does to you to get angry at them or get revenge at them. It doesn't do anything. You're better off thinking about the explanation or what they had to go through and like the reason that they're created that way. I'm not saying you should forgive them or do them well all the time and hang out with them because you feel sorry for them. No, but don't feel the need to get angry like the man in the boat did. Just let it pretend it's basically an empty boat anyway, because there's no real intent there. It's just ignorance and unfortunate circumstances. So even when there is ill intent, look a layer beneath it. Like, do you think these people want to have no friends, don't want anyone to like them? Like, do you think that that is what they want? Make sure you're always questioning a layer beneath them, and not to give them a scapegoat, but just for your own peace of mind. So whenever you're done wrong, when there's a slight at your identity, or whenever someone treats you poorly, just think about if there really is someone in that boat, or if at the deepest level it's unconscious ignorance, or maybe they were raised that way. And when you think like this, it's like every boat that hits into you is an empty boat, and nothing really like pisses you off anymore, because you just realize that they're either accidentally pissing you off, or they're pissing you off or being bad to you because they were raised poorly. I hope you found this concept interesting and valuable. I feel like it helps me just to stay cool and calm and level-headed all the time, no matter if someone treats me poorly at work or on the street or whatever it might be. So if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more every week. Thank you.